Hello and welcome to Mad World Thursday, guys. We are recording live via Zoom. Aaron and I, because of COVID-19 and social distancing, and our town actually has a curfew now. So
I couldn't drive out to the farm.
Yeah. So
we're Zooming.
We are Zooming, which this is my first time ever actually doing this, like officially. I've gotten on Zoom playing with it. That's it. Have you tried to do a background yet?
No. Can we do backgrounds?
You could do like a virtual background. Have you tried it yet?
No. Let's see. Are you sure that's on the free version?
Yeah.
Chat meeting settings, my virtual background. Ooh. Okay. Huh.
It won't work for me. Look at you. See, you have a solid color behind you.
Right.
I don't have a solid color behind me, so it won't work for me.
Oh, it'll let me pick some of my photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. I'm going to have a whole lot of fun with this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I was watching a woman who, she did a Zoom meeting with a bunch of her staff.
Mm-hmm.
Boss. She's doing a Zoom meeting with a bunch of her staff, and she changed herself to a potato just for the fun of it, just to make everybody laugh, and then couldn't figure out how to change herself back, so she had to do the entire meeting. Just a potato with two eyes and a mouth.
Well, okay, so can I do more? Oh, okay, so it'll let you pick up to 3, and then you have to remove them. Okay. So let's see. I could put us. I don't need to be in front of me. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to be playing with this. So does it go blank when I'm looking for one?
No. I mean, you're not blank right now. I still see you.
Okay, so you can see me. You can see me looking through the bifocal part of my glasses because I'm old.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Beautiful ocean sunset. There we go.
Yeah, see, now you've escaped.
It's a sunrise. Okay. You read the news of the weird, and I'm just gonna keep doing this.
So we have a exciting show for you guys. This is our non-conspiracy theory episode. So what we've done is we have an interview with Mr. Dave Johnson, who writes for howtogeek.com, and he is going to be discussing 5G conspiracies with us. Then we also have each read a book that is non-conspiracy theory books. So basically what we have done is we've each picked a book that is bashing conspiracy theories. So as people who enjoy them and maybe even believe one or two, that was pretty hard for us. That was a really hard job.
That was.
I can step back far enough to kind of think of conspiracy theories as something that I'm not a part of. Like, I can do that. But this book was hard for me because it was so politically leaning. And that bugs me.
My book was hard because it wasn't doing anything to draw any conclusions or provide any evidence in favor of or in denial of. It was just that the author of my book, his goal was to give an idea of where conspiracies come from and why we have them and what they say about society. So my problem is I would get very interested in a topic I was reading about and wait for some kind of development of this topic, but then he would just refer back to how it relates to his theory of 5 different threats. And so I would get very mad because he would start in real good and I'd get interested, and then he'd just change the subject. And I told Summer that half the time I would fall asleep, and then the other half the time I'd have to walk across the room and glare at the stupid book. Made me very angry. There were a couple of interesting points in it that I'll get to when I talk about it. But yeah, this was a very hard thing for us to do this week. Very hard.
Yeah, I'm going to, okay. So this week's episode, yeah, it's the conspiracy theory episode. We're going to interview Mr. Dave Johnson about 5G technology. He writes for howtogeek.com. A very smart man who knows a lot about how 5G works. And we're going to talk a little bit about the conspiracies surrounding 5G. And then also we're going to discuss our two non-conspiracy, anti-conspiracy books. But let's go ahead and start with our 5 topics. Well, no, let's go ahead and start with our Mad World Thursday Weekly Roundup. So 5 weird stories of the week. Aliens. I don't have an alien story this week. So let me find them. Top weird stories of the week. Number 1. You will be able to get a Dr. Anthony Fauci bobblehead soon. I'm really excited about that. I want one. I will order one. Dr. Anthony Fauci's face is starting to adorn many things nowadays, with him being the level-headed expert advising the president during the coronavirus epidemic. His face is now on socks, donuts, t-shirts, buttons, and mugs, which you can get at several online stores. It has now been announced that the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum in Milwaukee, I didn't even know there was such a thing, has created a bobblehead Dr. Anthony Fauci. The museum says it is donating $5 from every $25 Fauci bobblehead that's sold to the American Hospital Association in support of that group's effort to get masks and other personal protective equipment to healthcare workers. I really want one. That's what I want for Christmas.
That can be done. Let me pick your name out of the hat.
But out of everyone that I've seen so far, I really want a Cuomo bobblehead.
Complete with nipples.
With nipples. Kind of like Batman, you know, when they decided to put the nipples on the bat suit, and it was a big, huge thing because once it was pointed out, you can never unsee it.
Right.
I'm staring at the man's shirt every time he pops up now.
It's not going to work. I'm going to stop messing with this. You're just going to get the possum.
Adrian's still playing.
Yeah, I'm finding pictures from everywhere.
Okay.
Good night, sweet man. You might want to edit that out. It's not live stream. Good night, Stu. Okie doke. Sorry.
All right, number 2. Older adults plead for more alcohol during lockdown. As the pandemic spreads on and the government declares alcohol and liquor stores an essential service, many people have nothing to do during the crisis except drink. There have been several pictures and stories online of older adults asking their relatives to send more alcohol. Alcohol sales have risen during the virus, and so have reports of alcohol abuse and domestic violence. No, they don't have anything to do, so they're sitting around and they're drinking, and they're just making their problems worse. But the pictures are cute. Have you seen some of the pictures?
I've not seen the pictures. There are pictures.
There's pictures of like little old women with.
I've seen like the send beer.
Yeah, like send beer.
Yeah, I've seen
more
that.
Wine. Need more wine. And then
it broke my heart when I heard about the domestic violence stuff, because you know it's bad when you're trapped in a house full of people that you don't really want to be with. So that's sad. Now for me, at this point, because all week I have been to the store, I have been in search of either bleach or isopropyl alcohol, and of course toilet paper, and I find none of them. So if I have to go get me some Everclear to wash my hands, then that's what I might have to do, because I need alcohol, but not to drink.
Yeah, alcohol and aloe vera.
Aloe vera, yeah, mix them together.
Yep.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think I sit and I wonder and I think about all of these people who haven't gotten paychecks and haven't gotten through to unemployment, and how are they buying groceries and paying rent, you know?
I just talked the other day to somebody who works at the movie theater.
Right.
Movie theater's closed. They aren't getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
And he, thankfully, he's younger and he lives with his parents.
Mm-hmm.
That the stress is getting to him because he's like, they're looking at me to keep providing the little bit that I was, and I can't.
Can he file for unemployment, or is it still a matter of not being able to get through?
Well, see, now that's something that we've been hearing that people have not been able to get through. Have you seen anybody who's experienced that? Because we've actually, our experiences in the people who have tried have gotten through and gotten through fast.
Oh, that's good. No, most of my patients, most of the people I see every day are Social Security patients. So, I met one today who needed to do a Social Security disability application, and he can't go in to do it. And of course, he's older in a rural town, so he doesn't have any internet abilities. So we gave him the number, and it's an hour and a half wait time just to set up an interview. And I mean, that means you wait an hour and a half for somebody to give you a date that they're going to call you back.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't.
Most of the people I interact with are older adults. So we've heard of 2 people now who have filed for unemployment, and it was fast. But we keep seeing reports from people saying that, from the news, but not from anybody personally. Everybody personally.
Right. And that's kind of been the theme with this thing for me too, is that you hear so much on the news, but I'm not meeting people who have, a lot of these things they're talking about on the news. So,
yeah. So I don't know.
Could just be where we are. We're not in densely populated areas. So,
yeah. Everybody's had bad experiences. Let us know.
Get grandma her toddy. You don't want that to rise up.
Yeah. So I went back to look for this after I read this because I wanted to put a link to it, but I could not find the story. But evidently in New Orleans, some of their nursing facilities have been hit kind of hard, and several deaths. And so a woman was worried about her great aunt who was living in one of these nursing facilities. So she contacted her great aunt. I think she texted her and said, are you okay? Is there anything you need? What can we do? And she said, oh, we're fine. We're just bored. And yesterday we ran out of Crown Royal. So send us more.
Send more Apple Crown.
So that's, yeah. And I tried to find that tweet again, and I couldn't find it. And I was really disappointed after I read the article.
No, I'm down to 6 rolls of toilet paper. I had a month's supply. I'm at the end of it. And every time I go to the store, there is no toilet paper.
We've actually been having a lot of luck at Dollar General.
Well, then that's where I need to go, because I'm hitting the grocery stores.
Every corner here.
I know. And there's one on every corner everywhere. There's not a dearth of those. I can find a Dollar General. That's not a problem. I just didn't think about it. So, yeah, I'll do that.
I would rather go to Dollar General than a grocery store anymore. Grocery stores are just crowded, and I might see somebody I know.
That's so bad. I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, that's a familiar car. Let me go somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to say, though, it's better for me because I don't work in our town anymore. And so I don't run into patients. People always say, "Oh my goodness, you drove an hour and a half just to get here." I say, "Yes, ma'am. I don't want to work where I live."
Hey, the beauty of, working with older adults, to be honest,
And they don't remember.
they run into you into the store and they just look at you like, you look familiar, and they just keep walking. So
oh my goodness.
I run into people, but they never recognize me.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
This story makes me excited. I wish I had the money. Haunted houses up for sale.
Yeah.
If you are willing to do your research, at any given time, you can find about a dozen reportedly haunted homes up for sale anywhere in the world. In the show notes, we will have several homes for sale listed as recent as March 3rd, 2020. You can find the Portlet Castle in Ireland, which is currently for sale for $1.5 million.
Wow.
One of the famous ghosts of the castle is the Blue Lady, who you can see walking in an upstairs office. A man you can see climbing this, who you can see, okay, hold on. So let me start over. One of the famous ghosts of the castle is the Blue Lady, who you can see walking in an upstairs office. There is also a man that you can see climbing the staircase, but you can only see his arms and legs, and also reportedly tons of shadow people. So, yeah.
Shadow people.
If I had the money, I would buy a house that is reportedly extremely haunted and totally set that place up for paranormal tours, do all kinds of tests. If I had the money, I'd buy 4 of them. 4 of those houses.
4
in the world. Yes, exactly 4.
Exactly 4. No more, no less.
Right. I have to have 4.
The number of the counting shall be 4.
Yes.
Okay. Why 4?
Because I feel like 4 is a good number. It's a lucky number. 4 is a good number for haunted houses.
I don't know. I feel like a haunted house would need an odd number. You'd need 5. Because 3 is not enough. Haunting, slightly out of tune, somewhat discordant. Odd number.
Well, plus, I want one of the houses to be in Ireland. I want one of the houses to be in Australia. I want one of the houses to be in New Zealand. And then I really, really, really just occasionally want to be in Spain.
Really?
Yeah. So give me 4 haunted houses and 4 locations I just want to be in.
Okay. I won't argue with you. I don't know. What kind of like just apparitions, or you want, noisy poltergeisties?
I want it all. I want blood dripping from the walls.
Holy.
I want some Ed and Lorraine Warren crap going on. That's what I want.
I'd like
end up on The Conjuring. I want to end up in the Conjuring universe.
I just don't have time for that. I would be like, come on, y'all.
I just want to go
time.
sleep.
It's sleepy time.
Go sleep me alone.
Just leave me alone. I know you exist. Yay. I'm going to bed.
Beelzebub, not tonight.
Exactly. Not tonight. I've got a headache.
I've had enough bull crap for this week. Get your hoof out of my butt. Go away.
I don't want to feel that hoof in the middle of my back tonight. That's horrible.
Okay, so number 5. We changed number 5. I had number 5 because I thought that this was really weird, but the one that Erin sent me is better. I was going to talk about a snake orgy in Florida, but that's not as much fun as this one. Hold on.
No.
All right.
So coffee lovers everywhere.
Yes. And I'm just going to read it right off the website here. because it's not a long article here, and I'll put a link to it in the show notes. If you are a die-hard coffee fan, you have probably heard about the fascinating and kind of gross civet cat coffee. Civet? C-I-V-E-T?
Civet?
Also known as Kopi Luwak coffee. Kopiluwak. Kopi Luwak?
Yeah. Kopi Luwak? Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a method of producing coffee that was discovered in Indonesia under Dutch colonial rule. During this time period, native farmers and plantation workers were banned from harvesting coffee for their own use and had to resort to scrounging around for it. This led them to an astounding discovery about civet cats. The native Southeast Asian mammals that look something like a cross between house cats and weasels. Due to their keen sense of smell, they naturally pick out and eat only the ripest coffee cherries. As they digest the coffee cherries, the enzymes in their body breaks down the cherries and removes the pulp, leaving behind just the coffee beans. During this process, some kind of fermentation also occurs that gives the civet cat coffee its special flavor. After about 24 hours, the coffee beans are defecated by the civet cats. Having noticed this phenomenon, some frustrated farmers decided to wash the beans and roast them. They were amazed by the richer and more mellow drink than those simply harvested from the field. It's extremely expensive. It's about $180 to $600 per pound. So a cup in the United States can cost up to $90. $90 for a cup of coffee.
That's ridiculous. That's like those, $800 burgers that people will buy.
I want my $90 cup of coffee served to me on a silver tray in my house in Spain with blood dripping down the walls.
I'm going to have coffee with the poltergeist this morning. Hooves and all. You have to, what kind of mug would you have to get for your behooven friends?
Well, no. I think they have hands. I think they're like centaurs.
Really?
Yeah. Ever watch Paranormal Activity?
Ages ago once.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so remember Tim Curry's character in Legend?
Yes.
That's to me. That's what Beelzebub looks like. That's my
Beelzebub
friend that bugs me in the night.
Not to get off topic, but if Beelzebub is spending the night in your bed, what kind of bedding do you have? Do you have like a granny made quilt? Do you have like...
On my bed right now, I have a quilt that I made.
Well, yeah, because that's you. I have a quilt that I bought. Actually, I just got this really awesome, I'm broadcasting from the bed. I just got this really awesome gray comforter. It's wonderful.
I feel like he would want me to have silk sheets.
Do you think?
Because he's annoying. Yes. He just wants everybody to just slide around.
Slide right off the bed, and then it's all his.
Because he's like, you know what? I want to wake you up in the middle of the night and annoy you. I'm a poltergeist. I'm also a demon, evidently, named Beelzebub. So I'm just going to slightly nudge you and make you slide across the bed.
We're going to treat this like a slip and slide. My God.
Like, he's not a truly evil demon. He's just slightly annoying.
That's back in the day, my kids, they invented the Council of Minor Annoyances this was a NOAA plan that when people, break the law or do something wrong, as long as it's not a violent crime, that we don't need to fill up jail space or clog the courts with all this stuff. If we know that you ran the stop sign, then, you come in one day and all of the forks are missing out of your drawer, No,
I did that to my mom once.
You've done all kinds of horrible things to your mom.
I did. I stole all of her forks one time.
I believe that. But yeah, the Council of Minor Inconveniences, which also could be summer, they would just come in and short sheet your bed or, move all your furniture around or take one sock out of every drawer. We'd sit around and think about what are the things that the Council of Minor Inconveniences could do to you for minor infractions. So we were talking about poop coffee.
Oh, poop coffee. Yeah. So $90 for poop coffee.
$90 for poop coffee.
$90. Yep.
But I'm curious now. Like I would like
you
the
want to taste
synthetic
it, don't
type.
you?
Yeah,
you
it's really bad.
I want to smell it.
I want to smell it. I want to taste it. I mean, I'm good with the synthetic version. I don't need the off the forest floor version. But I'm not saying I wouldn't drink it if somebody brought it to me. Gotta know now.
Just don't tell me what it is until afterwards.
Right.
I just don't know what it is until after. And you know, though, oh, what's the name of the parasite? Cat scratch fever.
I know what cat scratch fever is, and I know it's caused by a parasite, but I don't know the name of the parasite.
I wonder if you can, like, could you get
that?
But they're wild cats, not domesticated cats. I think only domesticated cats carry it. I just listened.
That just leads me right down the whole like $1 million idea of medical grade tapeworms for weight loss. Why aren't we doing that?
Probably just because it's ooky. We
don't have all kinds of stuff.
We don't have a good reason.
Okay. Because it would work. Eats what you eat, goes where you go, you know? Perfect pet.
So it looks like our guy is ready.
Okay, cool.
Our guy, Mr. Johnson. He has
Mr. John. Yeah, remember he's a journalist. We're having respect today. He's not our guy.
Mr. Barcelo was our guy, though.
Yeah, Mr. Barcelo was totally our guy.
So this is Mr. Johnson.
He has a name. Our guy.
He's not just our guy. And he's going to get interviewed. And he says he's ready. So we're going to have to end this Zoom call and start another one. Okay.
I will await your invite.
All right. And then we will invite him once we know we're ready. Awesome.
Okay. I don't know how to hang this thing up.